Assalamu alaikum wa hayyakum Allah. This is a continuation of the introductory lesson to the Arabic through the Quran series, and I'm going to be explaining here how to extract the roots of words in order to explain their meaning in Arabic. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and we're still looking into the ayat of Surah Al-Fatiha. And I will be using a certain color code of text within these ayat in order to reach the meaning of the Arabic words. This is the code down here. So there are these 4 parts of speech, and each is colored in a certain color. So all of them are different. And why did I choose these 4 parts of speech and color code them? That's because these parts of speech are most commonly attached to the words that they follow or come before. So you see, for example, the Arabic definite article here, you see it doesn't stand alone as a separate word. It's actually connected to the word it comes before. The same thing with pronouns. So they're like 2 in 1, or sometimes 3 words in one, connected in one word. And so this feature of Arabic text makes identifying or understanding the Arabic words a little bit more difficult. So what we're going to do is use this color code in order to recognize these attachments, and you'll get used to them as we go along with the tafsir. Let's look into the color codes down here, and we'll start with the Arabic definite article and prepositions, which are the signs of nouns. So whenever they are attached to a word or come before a word, know that that word is a noun. So the examples here are in the surah. Remember, the Arabic definite article is color coded in green, so it's over here and here and here, and all these words are noun. Same thing with prepositions, they're color coded in blue, so they're here, right at the beginning of the surah, and here, also repeated toward the end of the surah, and they always come before nouns. As for pronouns and conjunctions, the other parts of speech, now these can come either before verbs or nouns. Let's learn now how to extract the roots of words. How to find the roots of a word. Well, to begin with, you need to know if this word is a verb or a noun. And these are the 2 basic types of words in Arabic, verbs or noun. Why do you need to know that? That's because of the nature of building Arabic words. How do you build Arabic words? What you do is you take a root, a 3-lettered root, and you add extra letters to this root in order to build a new meaning to this word, which is still connected to the meaning of the root of that word. But the extra letters that you add are different for verbs and different for nouns. That's why you need to know if this word is a verb or a noun. Remember, now you're doing the opposite. You're taking the full new word and you're trying to cross out the extra letters in order to reach the root. So you need to know the extra letters, and you need to know the type of this word. Now let's start with the extra letters that are added to nouns. I'm going to use the tools down here, the color-coded types of speech, the Arabic definite article, and prepositions, in order to find the nouns in these ayat. So I'm going to choose words that are attached to the Arabic definite article because I'm sure now these are nouns. Okay, let's say Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. And I'm going to choose from one from down here. Let's say Al-Maghdub alayhim. Okay. Now, let's look at the extra letters that can be added to nouns. These are extra letters, can be a meme or a ta, which come only at the beginning of new nouns. What about the middle? What can you add to the middle of a new word? You can add any of the 3 vowels, the alif and the waw and the ya. So the a and e, u and e can be added to the middle or the ending of new words. Another two extra letters which can be added are the ha, and also, by the way, the ta marbota to the end of nouns, and the noon. The noon can be added to the end of a new noun. Okay, now let's take a look at these nouns here. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman. Alif Lam now is the Arabic definite article. So how many letters are in this basic word? The 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and remember there's an alif here. Ar-Rahman. This small alif is also pronounced as fully functional. So there are 5 letters here. So I want to reach to the root now, the root of this new word. So what are the extra letters that are added? Yes, there's the noon because it's at the end, and there's the alif, Rahman. This alif is also crossed out. So what is the root? It's Rahama. It's the 3 Rahama, and you go check it out in the dictionary. What about the other word, Rahim? Now these are how many letters? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 letters. So what are the extra letters that could have been added here? Yes, there's the ya. Okay, so the ya is right in the middle. I'll cross it out to find the root. So the remaining is rahama. Check it out in the dictionary, the meaning of it, because the new word is connected to the meaning of the very same word. Okay, what about this final word here, al-maghdub? Let's see how many letters here it has. Mag, mim, and ghin, and da, wow, and ba. That's 5 letters. So which ones do we cross out? Yes, we cross out the mim, which is added to the beginning, and the wow, which is added in the middle. So how many letters are remaining? It's 3. Gha, da, ba. So this is a root, and you can find its meaning in the dictionary. So that's how you extract the roots of a word. Let's now look into the extra letters that are added to build Arabic verbs. Now, let's try to find some verbs in the surah. Of course, the first 4 ayat do not have any verbs. The first verb appears in ayah number 5, and it reads إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. Now, نَعْبُدُ here is a verb, and نَسْتَعِينُ is also a verb. Okay, and I want to discuss pronouns here, because pronouns are one way to distinguish between verbs and nouns. Now, pronouns, these are attachments that can be attached to either verbs or nouns. But there are certain specific pronouns that can only be attached to verbs, and certain specific pronouns that can be only attached to nouns. And there's a group that is shared between both types. So this is the case of pronouns. So let's go back to the example here. نعبد and نستعين. Remember the red, the letter which is color coded in red is a pronoun. So نعبد here starts with a pronoun. So the rule is, if the word starts with a pronoun, then this word for sure is a verb. Because in a noun, the pronoun is attached towards the end. Okay? But in a verb, it can be attached to the beginning of it or the ending of it. So if you see a pronoun at the beginning, like in na'budu, you know that na'budu here is a verb. And the same thing with nasta'in. So nasta'in here starts with a pronoun. So this is also a verb. For sure, it's only a verb. Okay, now we can look into the roots. Now, na'budu. The na is short for nahnu, meaning we. So it's we. And a, ba, da, these are 3 letters, so it's the same root meaning. You check it out in the dictionary, you'll find it means worship. So na'budu means we worship. As for nasta'in, let's take a look at the extra letters that can be added to words to create verbs. These letters can be a ta in the beginning of the verb, or a hamzat wasl at times, okay, and also an alif, which is a long vowel, so that's a okay, in the middle of it, it can be added. And there's also a group of letters, which is sometimes the hamzat wasl and the noon, okay, and the hamzat wasl with the sin and the ta. So the last one, the alif, sin, and ta, if they come in this group together, it means asking something or seeking something. So these are the group of letters, the extra letters that can be added to words to create verbs, sorry. So let's go back to nasta'in and let's try to find the root here. So counting the letters of this verb, of course, na is the nahnu, it's we, and then this we start counting from the sin, and the ta, the ain, ya, and nun. So these are here 5 letters for this verb. So where are the extra letters? Yes, you can guess, it's ista. And the hamzat al-wasl was dropped because of the noon. So here these are extra letters. So 2 were dropped. How many are remaining? The ain and the ya and the noon. And this is enough. So 3 letters means this is a root here. And by the way, if one of the root letters is a long vowel, so een, it can be switched into an alif or a waw. So een or an or un are the same meaning. And you can check it out in the dictionary to find its meaning. It means to help. So we ask Allah, who we worship and whom we seek help from. So this is how to find the roots of verbs. Jazakumullah khair. Please review the notes mentioned in the introductory lessons. The following lesson will inshallah directly go to the tafsir of Surah Al-Fatiha.